IKEA Matter devices are actually very good, affordable, stable, and easy to integrate. In my last video, I showed how a simple IKEA door sensor can power a full alarm system. And honestly, it works. And in this video, I'm going to show you the part that nobody talks about. IKEA Matter is powerful, but it can't build a complete smart system on its own. And if you don't understand that difference, you might build a smart home that feels complete until the moment it needs to do something more. Let's be clear, IKEA is doing something impressive. For years, they focused on Zigbee devices inside their own ecosystem. But now, they move to Matter, and that changes things a little bit. That means it works in Home Assistant, works in Apple Home, works in Homey, and works across modern platforms. So there's no lock-in. Every platform that supports Matter, the IKEA devices will work. Before we continue, let me clarify something. IKEA devices, Zigbee or Matter, are good devices. I've been using them for a while. This video is not about reviewing these IKEA devices. It's for people who are thinking about building a smart home using only IKEA devices. Because once you understand the limitations, you can design smarter from the start. And now that they support Matter and you have flexibility, it's easier than ever to build a smart home using other devices as well that support Matter from different brands. No single ecosystem dependency, and that's a big shift. But here's the important part. Matter compatibility doesn't automatically mean full smart home capability. And this is where things start to get interesting. So, now let's talk about these limitations I mentioned earlier. Let's look at what IKEA Matter devices actually offer today, what works well, and where the gaps are. Let's have a look at a few devices, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Number 1. The IKEA door and window sensor. It works great. I already showed you how you can turn it into a powerful alarm system. And yes, it works. But here's the limitation. IKEA doesn't offer a dedicated smart Siren. So if you build a security system using only IKEA devices, you can detect intrusion, but you can't respond properly. You can turn lights on, send notifications, trigger automations, but you can't trigger a real siren because it simply doesn't exist in their lineup. And that matters, because security is not just about detection, it's about reaction. Detection is there, reaction is limited, and that's the big difference. Number 2. Now let's talk about climate. The IKEA temperature sensor looks good. Nice design, accurate readings, but here's the real question. What is a temperature sensor without control? If you can't control radiator valves, HVAC systems, air conditioning, then it's just data. Yes, IKEA has air purifiers that can react to air quality. That's useful, but they don't offer smart radiator valves, they don't offer thermostats, and they don't offer AC integration. So you can measure temperature, but you can't build a reactive climate system using only IKEA devices. And again, this is the same pattern, smart information without smart control. To keep this short, let me give you another example. Motion sensors with smart lights. They work well. I use both Zigbee and Matter versions, paired with the IKEA smart bulbs, and they're solid. But here's where the limitations show up. In spaces like bathrooms or living rooms, a basic motion sensor isn't always enough. You stop moving for a minute, and suddenly the lights turn off. So you end up waving your hands like crazy just to keep the lights on. We've all been there. What's missing here is true presence detection. IKEA doesn't offer a mmWave presence sensor. So yes, you can automate lights, motion lights, scenes, buttons, simple automations. It works, it's stable, it's responsive. For most homes, more than enough. But you can't build intelligent occupancy logic. And that's the difference between motion detection and a real presence awareness. Do you see the pattern? Security, climate, presence. In every case, IKEA gives you smart devices, but not the full reactive layer. And that's the key difference. Smart homes operate in layers. Layer 1, smart devices. Layer 2, smart automation. Layer 3, smart systems. And layer 1 is about hardware, layer 2 is about logic, and layer 3 is about infrastructure. IKEA dominates layer 1. It can handle layer 2, especially now with Matter, but layer 3, true reactive infrastructure, requires a broader ecosystem. But it's also true that most people don't actually need layer 3. For many homes, layer 1 and layer 2 are enough. And with only IKEA devices, you can still build a very solid smart home. For example, automating hallway lighting with motion sensors, night mode that dims lights after a certain hour, door sensor triggering lights when you arrive home, window sensor pausing heating manually or sending alerts, leak sensor sending immediate notifications, smart buttons for scene control. You can build a simple night alarm system, a presence simulation when you're away, energy saving routines, basic home protection. And most importantly, it's simple, stable, and family friendly. No overcomplicated dashboards, no 50 integrations. For a lot of people, that's not a limitation, that's a feature. So, this video was really about understanding IKEA devices and understanding how to build smarter homes. IKEA Matter is powerful. It integrates well, it performs well, it's affordable, it's stable, but it cannot build a complete advanced smart system on its own. And that's okay, because Matter now gives you something important. You can start with IKEA and expand later. You can mix brands, you can add more powerful ecosystems, you can connect to platforms like Home Assistant, Homey, Apple Home, or any system that supports Matter. But remember, to do that you'll need a Matter controller, a hub that supports Matter. That's the key. Start simple, expand when you need more, and probably that's the smartest strategy. Now, I'm curious, would you build your smart home entirely around IKEA devices? Or do you think mixing ecosystem is necessary? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more smart home insights, subscribe, like the video, it helps me a lot, and see you in the next one.